In yesterday's upload, I mentioned making Yoshi weaker by showing this icon. I imagine a lot of people don't actually know this, but in the settings, you have access to custom balance for every individual character, either making them deal more or less damage overall. Though if you turn on this custom balance option while just not having anyone changed, the background behind the character's portraits will stay pink. Anyways, as another follow-up from yesterday, for some reason if you give Falco some extremely beefy spirits, his down throw will just kinda not work. Well, I mean, this can be fine for combos in and of itself technically, but it ultimately ends up dealing less damage than a weaker spirit that gets both hits. So yeah, this weird release doesn't just happen with any spirit, they need to be strong enough. Specifically, it's happening here when this initial shot is dealing exactly 10%. However, with 2 ticks of the custom buff facing against this spirit, it ends up dealing 9.5% and doesn't get interrupted. So I guess the threshold for messing it up is around 10% on this starting laser. And remember, you can't replicate this with size changing items because this initial hit is a projectile, and size changes don't affect projectile damage output. So the more you know.